So this has been a crazy week for film. I mean, last week, in the space of 1 week, we had the trailer for Rogue One, which took the internet by complete storm. And now, yesterday, we got the first look at Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and today, the teaser trailer for Logan, which is the new Wolverine movie. Wow, there is a lot to talk about. I didn't really want to do a video on each of the teaser trailers because there isn't like a huge deal to talk about because we don't get a huge deal of footage and a huge deal of stuff that there is to say. But I wanted to give my quick thoughts on each little teaser that we got, and I'm going to start with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Now, straight up, it started with the Hooked on a Feeling from the first film, which I was kind of like, aren't they just going to like put in new music? Can't we hear some new music? But it was great. It brought back even though it was like, what, 2 years ago, it did bring back some nostalgia for me. And I was like, I remember when I first saw that Guardians of the Galaxy trailer. I love this music. I still love it now. And I'm looking for the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. The trailer doesn't give off a huge deal, but the poster is so cool. It's like all of the main characters in black and white, and we also get Nebula and Yondu on the poster, which makes me think, are they going to be part of the team in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? Obviously, yeah, because they spend a lot of time together in the trailer that we see of them. But the trailer basically revolves around a conversation going on between Star-Lord and Drax. Drax being the standout character besides from Rocket in the first movie. He is just so funny. Dave Bautista gives the best performance possible. But he's having a conversation with Star-Lord about how Star-Lord can impress Gamora, which we saw a bit of that in the first movie, and it was very entertaining. It's very entertaining in this one. Drax says something along the lines of, you need to find someone pathetic like you, and then proceeds to give him like the most awkward hug in cinema history. It was great. And we saw all the team back in action. We saw Rocket and Baby Groot. It was brilliant. Rocket is my favourite character, and I can't wait to see him back. But Baby Groot is the cutest thing in the world. I thought Rocket was cute in a weird sort of psychopathic killer way. But Baby Groot, man. I mean, on the poster, he's actually on the poster, like, next to Star-Lord's leg, and it took me so long to notice he was there, and then he appears, like, for just a brief second at the end of this trailer, and it makes me think, is he gonna be a baby for the whole movie, or are they gonna have it, like, he starts off as Baby Groot and grows into Groot eventually, because I know that obviously he was reborn in the first movie after he sacrificed himself, and I know in the comics that he can just regenerate with one little seed or one little piece of his body that's been kept. So it makes me think, are they going to just keep him like that for the whole movie? Which if they are, fair enough, but I would like to see him back as Groot. And I heard that Vin Diesel actually is back to voice him, so I can't imagine Vin Diesel voices a baby for the entire film, because how would that work? I mean, Vin Diesel as a baby. I mean, he kind of looks like a giant baby, but he doesn't sound like one. So we'll see how that works out. But overall, yeah, I'm very excited for this. I hope they have a better villain, because we all know what happened with Ronan, and maybe I kind of hope that Ronan's back in this one, but I don't think he will because he's inside an Infinity Stone, and I guess they're saving him for Infinity War if they ever use him again. And it'll be interesting to see if they add in Thanos to this movie, but by the looks of it, they probably won't. It looks like more of a grounded, I say grounded, it takes place in fucking space, but it looks like more of a grounded solo adventure for the team before they all team up for Infinity War, because I know Star-Lord's going to be in that, and I can only assume that the whole team's going to go on to be in Infinity War, because I can't imagine they'll just use Star-Lord when they have, like, a whole team of cool characters that can interact with the other characters that we've got to know. So, I can't imagine they will use only him, but we'll see. But it'll be good to see a, like, little solo adventure for the team before we get into all of the whole clusterfuck of a million characters, which I'm excited to see them all interact with each other, but it will be good to get another Guardians of the Galaxy movie before that. So anyway, moving on to the trailer that just got released today, about half an hour ago. Half an hour filming this. By the time this is uploaded, it'll probably would have been out for a couple of hours, but, you know, the first trailer for Logan, I just saw it and it made me feel so emotional. They used Johnny Cash's hurt throughout the trailer, and at first I was just like, oh, this is going down a dark path. But it made me feel emotional purely for the fact that I know this is Hugh Jackman's last ever movie as Wolverine, or so he says. I mean, I'd kind of like to see him have a cameo in the second Deadpool movie, but as it stands, this is his last solo movie as Wolverine and his last X-Men movie as Wolverine before he gets replaced by a younger actor or whatever. It made me feel like in this whole trailer was just set up for Wolverine to be killed off. And there is a part where he's got like a shovel, and I'm just thinking, are they going to kill off Professor Xavier as well? Because it wouldn't surprise me, because we've got the whole X-Men universe, and they've sort of made it into a bit too much now. There's too many timelines and too many things, so I think they're trying to cut it back and make it have one timeline. But it wouldn't make sense to have like a younger Wolverine put into this movie, because Hugh Jackman's always been Wolverine, and even in the past he's always been Hugh Jackman, so it just... Like, even in X-Men Apocalypse, the newer X-Men interact with Hugh Jackman, so it just doesn't make sense to replace him if they do kill him off. But I know that this is his last movie, so unless they're just not going to use Wolverine in any more X-Men movies, but I don't see that happening. Anyway, so it makes me think, are they going to kill off Professor Xavier? Because obviously James McAvoy has taken over that role, but Patrick Stewart is just so iconic and so great. And he's looking different in this trailer. I must say that Logan and Professor X, they look very, very old. And it brings back those childhood feelings of watching X-Men 1 and 2, and even X-Men 3 to an extent. It's a terrible movie, but it just brings back those memories where you think, you know, I remember these characters being like this, and now they're like this, and they're really old, and if they kill them off, how will I deal with that? Because it'll just be, like, too emotional from how we've grown up watching these characters develop and everything. Like, all the images for this film have been released in, like, black and white, which made me think this movie might be shot in black and white. Turns out it isn't, but that would have been kind of interesting. And there's this little girl in the trailer who we saw on the poster holding Logan's hand, which I didn't know whether that would be her, like, whether that would be a new character or a previously introduced character or not. But it is a new character, and people are saying that it could be like X-23 or a Daken sort of character. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to go with that one. But I'm interested to see it, and I'm interested to see how they handle Hugh Jackman's last turn as Wolverine, even though it will probably make me cry. This whole trailer gave me the feels, and it has a little bit of action in there too, and it makes me think this film is R-rated, so there probably will be a lot going on. And at the end of the trailer, they did say it was going to be released in IMAX, and this trailer's very much a grounded, down-to-earth, not much going on trailer, but I feel like the next trailer will have a lot more going on, because of the fact that, one, they're releasing it in IMAX, and two, it's a R-rated Wolverine movie. Of course they're going to do something with him. So, yeah, I can't wait to see how that pans out. We didn't really see Stephen Merchant in this trailer, and I can't wait to see how we see him. Like, I still don't know who he's going to be playing, but that'll be awesome to see Stephen Merchant do something that's not with Ricky Gervais, because we all know that that's been his life for most of his life. But I can't wait for Logan. I can't wait for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Both seem to know what they want to be, and both seem to be their own solo adventures, and they both seem to be completely different, but I can't wait to see how each story develops, and I'm looking forward to seeing more from Wolverine and more from Star-Lord and Drax and everyone. So yeah, those are two of my most anticipated movies for 2017, and hopefully it won't be too long a wait before we get to see them. I know they're both coming out around May sort of time, I think. So it seems like we're getting them... Actually, I think Logan might be coming out in March. I can't remember. But either way, they're both coming out very soon, and they both look like they're going to be great movies. So let me know what you thought of these trailers, and I'll see you guys soon.